Hello again and welcome to my big backyard. Today's plan is to repot these beautiful citrus trees that you see here into these pots right here. So we'll see how it goes. I have everything I need on the front porch, so I'm just going to carry these around to the front and get started. Okay, welcome to my front porch planting area. Here are my 4 trees. I have what I believe is a Meyer Lemon. I have a Shirinui type of mandarin. I've got an Owari Satsuma mandarin. There's the tops of those trees. And I have a beautiful lime tree here, which obviously is blooming and fruiting, so that's terrific. I have 4 pots down here. They're all the same size. Just to get an idea of what upsizing these is going to look like, I'll just drop this one in a pot. That's about how much bigger each pot is than the pots that they are in right now. Now, to be honest, I am not following any specific instructions for doing this. I've read different recipes online like 511 and other things for creating the perfect citrus soil potting mix. However, I often don't follow instructions and I'm going to do my own thing. So my ingredients are going to be Pro-Mix potting soil, which has been moistened up, reptile bark. That's about how coarse it is. It's going to create a lot of drainage while still leaving organic material. Coarse perlite. This is the mixture of topsoil and mushroom soil that I used in my raised beds this year. And those are the things that are going to go into these pots with my fruit trees. And the goal is to create a mix that drains really well, yet still retains enough moisture for the hottest summer days and retains enough nutrients for the plants to just soak it up, and hopefully I get lots more wonderful fruiting trees. Anyway, let me get to it. Okay, I think this consistency looks pretty good, and so this is what I'm going to go for all of my pots. Now, one thing I'm going to do is, these are rather large drain holes in these pots, so I'm just going to put a rock up against each drain hole. And really the only reason I'm doing that is so that when I fill this pot with soil, that the soil doesn't just go out the drain holes. They're not going to really block the drainage or anything like that. Water will still be able to escape. That's not going to be a problem. Anyway, next step is to plant a tree. I'm going to start with my lime tree. Ugh. I'm just going to cut this fabric pot off. Oop. Soil is just coming out of that cut. I had a pretty good draining mix before. So this way it's easier to remove the tree from the pot. I'll just do this right over top of my potting mix. As you can see, the tree had moved from its smaller pot into this pot somewhat, but not extremely. I don't think that these trees desperately needed to be repotted, but the problem was that those fabric pots, they just don't hold enough moisture. In the winter in my house, they were horrible. Like, my potting soil drained too well for that. So I'm going to just pot all mine up in pots that I can keep them in for a longer period of time. This is going to tip over. There we go. Since it's heavy on that side, I'll pack that side full first. Okay, so that's that completed. My lime has been put in a nice new pot, a new home for a long time. I was careful about how deep I planted it. I did not want to go any deeper than it had originally been planted. It doesn't need that. And I did leave a lip around the edge for the purposes of watering my tree. So there you have it. Now I'm going to pot up all the rest, and when I'm done, I'll show you what I got. So here we are. This is the end result. I've repotted my lemon tree, my Shirinui Mandarin tree, my Owari Satsuma tree, and this beautiful lime tree. These pots, to be honest, should last these plants a couple of years, especially if I fertilize them, which of course I will. Right now I'm just going to leave them out here for a while. These fruit trees are going to stay outside probably for the rest of the year. However, I may just take them in overnight a couple times, because it is supposed to freeze at least once or twice more this year here. Our final frost date here isn't until, well, they say April 15th, but then they also say May 12th. So, you know, April 15th is that 30% chance date, the average final frost, and May 12th, you're good to go. Now, these citrus aren't the only things that I repotted today. I also repotted my desert roses. I had these two itty bitty desert roses, which were actually sharing one 4-inch flower pot. And I had these two desert roses, which are a little bit bigger, and they were each in their own 6-inch pot. So I've repotted them up a lot bigger, just based on advice I've gotten from someone who's an actual master of desert roses, it seems like to me. And and a nice good mix for them, and hopefully they will do really well this spring. I will post just a few pictures of what these looked like as babies. These are 2 to 3 years old. I forget exactly. I'll look it up. And I grew all 4 of these from seed at the same time. So from seedlings to this took a little while. I have yet to see them bloom, but who knows? Maybe I will get desert rose flowers this year.